pro gamer. Your parents said playing video games all day wouldn't earn you money. Now, you're in a $4,000 gaming chair with a PC worth more than a car, landing sponsorships for just pressing buttons. You started streaming in your bedroom with only a few viewers, just you, a friend, and Nightbot. But then you got really good. You helped your friend place third in an online tournament, and suddenly, you had a solid teammate. You got flown to an arena with thousands of fans watching you compete. You earn more from prizes, merch, and brand deals than your parents did in their best year combined. All those hours they called wasted time were actually building your career. Now, you can game all day without anyone judging you. Investor. When you were younger, you realized real wealth comes from making your money work for you. You started with savings and a few shares in a company your dad recommended, and soon you were hooked. Charts became your friends. Every dip felt like an opportunity, though you hesitated to buy, and every gain made you feel like a genius. You diversified into stocks, real estate, and even risky startups. Some bets failed, others soared, but the wins far outweighed the losses. Your goal became earning more from passive income than your old job. Now, you check numbers on your phone between rounds of golf. People think you're lucky, but you know it's a mix of skill, patience, and resisting the urge to panic sell. Even with your success, you still fight the urge to sell low and buy high. But you've made it. The inventor. You're in your garage at 2 a.m., surrounded by broken appliances, empty Red Bull cans, and the smell of burning plastic. While most see junk, you see the next big idea. After failing with a self-toasting bread knife and a solar-powered flashlight, this time feels different. You piece together a quirky prototype with duct tape, spare wires, and an old blender motor, and somehow it works. You name it something ridiculous, post a video online, and it goes viral. Big companies start calling with million-dollar offers, and you're unsure how to respond. A month later, you're rich, famous, and giving TED Talks about innovation, conveniently omitting the fact that your billion-dollar idea stemmed from accidentally gluing the wrong parts together. Scammer. One morning, you decide you're too smart for a regular job. Why waste 40 years in an office when you could convince someone in Ohio you're a Nigerian prince in need of help? You start small with fake concert tickets and dodgy eBay listings, then expand into pyramid schemes and fake charities. Before long, you master the art of taking money from strangers online. Then you hit it big, launching a fake luxury watch business, using stock photos on Instagram to sell $10,000 Rolexes for $7,500. Orders flood in, your bank balance skyrockets, and you can't believe people are still falling for it. Though everyone hates scammers, they admire the hustle. Until the FBI knocks on your door at 4 a.m., and you find yourself explaining to your cellmate how you sold thin air for 6 figures. Lawsuit lottery winner. When people ask what you do, you say you're a lawyer at a local firm because it sounds respectable. The truth? You've never studied law a day in your life. Your journey began the afternoon you took a tumble down the stairs at McDonald's. You hired a personal injury attorney, claiming the stairs were unsafe, and spent months in court listening to real lawyers debate the angle of a handrail. Dressed in a suit, you nodded along, pretending to understand the legal jargon while secretly hoping for enough winnings to pay off your car. Then, the verdict came in. McDonald's agreed to a settlement so large that you've been coasting ever since. Now you introduce yourself as a legal professional, despite the fact that the closest you've ever come to practicing law was signing the NDA at the end of the trial. Politician. One day, you realize that making money doesn't always mean earning it. Sometimes it just means getting elected. You start small, shaking hands, kissing babies, and making promises you have no intention of keeping. Running for a local seat, you win by a landslide, suddenly collecting a government paycheck for attending meetings and nodding at things you barely understand. The salary looks decent, but the real money comes later. Campaign donations that conveniently linger, inflated consulting fees from networked friends, and property deals funneled through companies owned by your family. Every speech you give is polished to sound inspiring, yet vague enough to mean anything. You master the art of talking for 20 minutes without delivering a single concrete point, a skill that keeps you in office for decades. By retirement, you've transformed from a broke idealist to a millionaire public servant. Half the people believe you did it for them, while the other half can't prove otherwise. You spend your days lounging by the pool in your mansion, enjoying the fruits of your political career. Drug dealer. You figure out early that supply and demand operate much faster when your product is addictive. At first, you make a few sales to friends, but soon you find yourself in club bathrooms practically convincing unwilling patrons to buy from you. Word spreads quickly. Your friend's friend needs some ASAP. Suddenly, you're making more in a weekend than most do in a month, answering late-night calls and meeting people in parking lots. You upgrade your car, your clothes, and your phone, while everyone assumes you have a lucrative job. The truth? Your office is the backseat of your car, and your business hours align with people's desperation to pay double. The risk is palpable. One wrong move could land you in handcuffs. But the money flows so fast it feels like the rules don't apply to you. You tell yourself it's only temporary, a quick way to stack cash. Deep down, however, you know that once you've tasted this kind of money, a normal paycheck will never feel the same.